welcome back to Mad Mouse Games. We're going to pick up where we left off last time. Last time we met with an Archmage in the tavern, and he gave us a quest, and we set out and met some bandits. So let's continue. So I think at this point, they would feel combat's inevitable, and honestly, getting rid of the bandits on the bridge would be good for any of the other merchants or things in this area. So we're going to go to number 13. We're just going to draw our weapons and attack. So number 13 says, battle at the toll bridge. If you win, turn to 136. So this is number 13, battle at the toll bridge. So this is going to be what's called a full battle. So how the full battle works is they give you a little thing here, tells you where your players start in the white peas, and it also tells you where the bandit leader, the bandit archers, and the bandits are. It also has the stat blocks for all of them. Tells you about the terrain, so like water is uncrossable, the bridge provides cover, trees provide cover, and the toll booth also will block line of sight. So one thing I really like about this is you can see how simplified these stat blocks are, which is really cool. The other thing is, some of them, you see where it says that they have behaviors. So the bandit is a behavior brute, the archer is a behavior artillery, and the leader is a behavior skirmisher. So in the battle rules, it will tell you, because you're playing both the PCs and NPCs, it tells you if they have a certain kind of behavior, what kind of actions the bad guys will take on their turn. They also have an initiative score already rolled up for you, so you don't have to roll their initiatives. So I'm actually going to roll just one initiative for the party, I'm going to roll one for Torek, and I'm going to roll one for the rest of the NPCs in Torek's group, because I think that's good. So I'm going to do teal for Torek and the other color for the other ones. So Torek with his bonus is going to be a 6, and the party is just going to be a straight 7. So they're going to go last, after the bandits go. So the bandit leader has an initiative score of 14 and is a skirmisher, so he's going to get to go first. So in the full battle rules, if you're a skirmisher, when a skirmisher takes its turn, it will act with the following priority. Choose a random party member who is within range of their movement speed. It will move adjacent to that party member, suffering opportunity attacks if necessary, to attack that party member with all its melee attacks. So, they all are within range of the bandit leader who gets to go first. So I'm just going to roll a d4, 1 for for Torek, 2 for Nasir, 3 for Niblet, and 4 for Sassless. It's a 4, so it's going to be Sassless. So Sassless is going to get attacked. We'll just say that he ends up in the front. I suppose if, depending on how it was, I guess I should have decided where each character was first. I would say Torek's up at the front. We'll say Sassless was at the back, because he does have a bow, and that's kind of what he normally attacks with. And so we'll just say my guy was in the front, then Nasir, then Niblet, and then those. So the bandit leader is going to rush forward all the way up to Sassless, which means he will get an opportunity attack from both Torek and Nasir, because they are the ones that he would have to cross by in order to get there. So I'm going to go ahead and let Torek and Nasir each make an attack. I'll roll once for each of them. So again, same thing. He runs through. Oh, opportunity attacks made against him are made with disadvantage, so never mind. He wouldn't have got hit by the first one. So we'll do the second one, which is also going to miss. So never mind. He does not take any opportunity attacks. My bad. Helps to read the stat blocks all the way, I guess, doesn't it? Okay, so he runs through, and he's going to make one attack against Sassless. So let's go ahead and have him roll. He gets a 6 plus 4, a 10, which is not enough to hit Sassless. So he runs through, tries to hit him, and nothing happens. So now we'll go to the bandit archers, who are artillery. So how artillery works are when it takes its turn, it will act in the following priority. If one or more party members is within 20 feet, it will move its speed directly away from them. Okay, that doesn't matter. If no party members within 20 feet of the artillery, it will make a ranged attack on a random party member in range it can see. which is everybody. So I'm going to have all 3 of them randomly roll. It's going to be the same numbers as last time. So there are 2 2s and 1 3. So the 2 2s are going to shoot against, I believe it was Niblet, and the other one's going to be against Nasir. Each of them will make a short bow attack against them. I'm going to just go ahead and roll 3. So Niblet has an AC of 18, and none of those are going to be high enough for that. And Nasir would get a 12, has an AC of 15, so he's fine as well. So their arrows clatter off of shields and bounce off of armor. No damage. So now we're going to go to the brutes. So when a brute enemy takes its turn, it will act in the following priority. If one or more party members are in range of its melee attacks, it will attack a random party member in range it can see with all of its melee attacks. That is not true because they are not next to anybody. So if a party member is within range of its movement, it will move adjacent to the closest party member it can see and attack them. So that's going to be... So all 4 of them are going to move up to... Holy crap. All 4 of them are going to move up to Torek then, because he's in the front, and they're going to beat the tarnation out of him. So, yeah. They get a +3 to hit, so it's going to be 4 attacks. So that's going to be a... Let's see here. That's going to be a 10, 12, like a 17, and a 12. So that's going to be 3 hits on Torek. Jeez Louise. So, one other thing is that Torek is a first level character. So he has a lot less hit points than everybody else. All the rest of the NPCs. I guess it might have been smart to not have him in the front. But that's okay. Lessons learned. Okay, so... It's going to be 3 attacks. That's going to be 3 damage, and 2 damage. At least I rolled low for that. So that's going to be 3, 6, 8 damage, which is really going to hurt. So Torek is going to go down 8 damage. And only has 5 health left. But then it's going to be Torek's turn and then the rest of my NPC's turns. So Torek is going to turn around. Actually, I think Torek is just going to take the dodge action because he doesn't want to die. We're just going to do that, and then we're going to... We'll go to Deathless first. He is going to attack with his spear, and then he gets to do a bonus action melee bite against the bandit leader. So let's go ahead and do those. They both get a +4 to hit, so let's roll them both. Oh, nice. A 17 and a 15, so each of those +4 is more than his AC. So that's going to be 2 hits. So we're going to do 1d8 and 1d6 damage. Each of them gets +2, so it's going to be 4 + 7 + 5. That's 11, 16. 16 damage. So the one nice thing about Deathless is he is the only one with a bonus action that is an attack. Let's see, 16 is enough to kill the bandit leader. So Deathless stabs him in the chest with his spear, and then bites him in the neck, taking him out completely. Okay, then we'll do Nasir. Nasir has a short sword or spells he can cast. Ooh, okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to have Nasir move up to one of the bandits, and that is by Torek, and going to attack them. So, he's going to move up there, attack. He's going to get 1 attack. He's going to miss. So he misses with his attack, and his turn's over. Then we're going to go to Niblet. Niblet is going to move up next to Nasir, because Nasir has an ability called Encouragement. Party members adjacent to Nasir can use their bonus action to gain a +1d6 bonus to their attack rolls. So, Niblet is going to move up next to him and use their Morningstar attack, and then if they hit, they get to add 1d6 for a bonus action to their attack roll. So he's going to make a melee weapon attack, and since he's going to be basically flanking a bandit, I'm going to say he gets advantage on the attack, or she gets advantage on the attack. She rolled a 3 high, so she's going to miss, so that doesn't really matter. Then we go back to the start of initiative. The bandit leader's dead, we don't have to worry about that. So now it is the 3 archers. They have nobody within 20 feet of them, so the 3 of them are going to choose random targets to attack. it's going to be Deathless, Nasir, and Torek. So each of them is going to take one shot. Let's see. So Nasir is going to get hit. Deathless is not, and Torek is not. So here he's going to get hit. It is 1d6 damage plus 1. So he takes 2 damage. That's a good roll for me. So Nasir takes 2 damage. Okay. Their turn is over. We will now go to the bandits. The bandits now have 3 people within melee range of them. And again, so now, when they start their turn, if one or more party members are in range, it will attack a random party member in range, you can see, with all of its melee attacks. So, we're going to roll a d6 this time. Lows are Torek, middles are Nasir, and highs are Niblet. We got 1 high, 2 middles. So that's going to be... I guess that Nasir was middles. And so, Nasir is going to get 2, Niblet's going to get 1. Nasir is going to take 2. That's 1 crit and 1 miss. And then Niblet's going to take 1. Niblet's is also a miss. So 1 crit against Nasir. So 2d6 plus 1. Ooh, 10 damage. That knocks Nasir down to 5 health. Not looking good for Nasir. Or for Torek. He's also fairly low in health. Okay. That was a good roll for them. Now, let's see. So they've taken their turn, so now it's Torek's turn. Ooh, here's what we're going to do. Okay. He is going to cast Thunder Wave. He would be able to do a 15-foot cube. I would say it's probably only going to hit 3 of the bandits, not 4. So they all need to make a Constitution saving throw. So 3 of them making con saves. They get a +1. So that's going to be a 12, a 4, and a 15. So I believe the 15 saves and the 12 does not. So they're going to take 2d8 damage. Ooh, 14 damage. So the 2 who failed are going to die. And the one who saved is only going to take 7 damage. And a big audible is heard. So 2 of the bandits are now dead. 1 is half dead. So Deathless is going to go. Deathless has a longbow. Deathless inflicts an extra d6 points of damage with his bow on targets that are below their maximum hit points. He can use this ability once per turn. That is his special ability called Predator's Eye. So I think he's going to attack the guy who just took damage because he's the only damaged guy. He has... he only has 4 health left, but I still think that's what he would do. So we're going to roll to see if he shoots him. He gets a +6 to hit, so a 10 total. A 10 is a miss. So he misses, so it doesn't really matter anyways. Then his turn's over. We're going to go to Nasir's action. Nasir is going to stab the guy who got hurt, trying to kill him. Gets a +5 to hit. So he got a total, well, he got a crit, so he gets to do double dice. So 2d6 plus 3. That means that bandit is dead. So now 3 bandits are dead. The bandit leader is dead. And there's only 1 bandit and 3 archers left. So Niblet is going to now attack the 1 remaining guy. He's going to attack. He rolled a 2. So he misses. Actually, I'm going to say that he has advantage on the attack because he probably would. So it's going to be actually now 14 plus 4 and 18 is a hit. And he is going to use his bonus action using encouragement from Nasir. Party members adjacent to him can use their bonus action to get a +d6 to their attack roll.
So just a quick note here, I do play this wrong here, and that will be fixed later on. So it should be give him a +6 to his 2-hit bonus, and not to his damage. So just a note there.
So he gets to roll a d8 from his Morning Star and a d6 from Nasir, for a total of 12 plus 2, so 14, which is enough to kill the last bandit. So now there are only bandit archers left, and it is now their turn. So we're going to do the same thing as before. The 3 of them get to do random attacks against people, so we're going to do the same numbers as before. Looks like I've got a 2, a 3, and a 4, which means 1 is going at each of my NPCs. So we'll do, let's do Nasir first, which is going to be a 6 to hit, which is a miss. The next one is an 8 to hit, which is a miss. And the last one is a 16 to hit, which will barely miss Deathless by 1. So now we will move on to the to Torik's turn. So Torik is going to go ahead, and I think he would just move to take cover, so that if he gets attacked, because he is low health, so if he gets attacked, he would move to the trees, because then he gets cover from ranged attacks, so he can't be shot at all. And we're going to call that good. So he's going to kind of hide behind something because he's nursing his wounds. Nasir is going to do the same thing, but Niblet, the goblin, is just going to charge in because Niblet is reckless. So actually, we'll do Deathless' shot first. So Deathless is going to... No, we'll do Niblet first. Because if Niblet hits, Deathless gets to do extra damage. So Niblet's going to run in and going to try and bonk one of the... Let me see if he would have enough. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes. Niblet would have enough to move up next to the first bandit archer. So he's going to roll to try and hit. Gets a 3 plus like 4 or something. It's a miss. So we will move on to Deathless. Deathless will shoot a shot at the same one. Gets a 15 plus 4 or plus 6. So 21 to hit. So that's a definite hit. So it's going to be 1d8 plus 4 damage, which is 6 damage on the bandit archer, which means it has 5 health left. So the first one has 5 left. Okay, it is now the bandit archer's turns. Now, because they are artillery, if one or more party members are within 20 feet, which is true of all of them, it will move its speed directly away from them, suffering an opportunity attack if necessary. It will make a ranged attack against that party member. So all 4 of them are going to back up and shoot at Niblet. But the one who moves away first is going to get attacked by Niblet. Let's see if he hits. Niblet does hit, so gets to deal 1d8 plus 2 piercing damage. So we'll roll that. It's a 6 plus 2, that's 8 damage. That will kill the first bandit archer. So the other 2 are going to move directly away as far as they can. Now, one thing in this game is they cannot run away. Nobody can run away from a battle. So they move to the very edge of the map to try and get as far away as they can, but they cannot move beyond that. There's no like running and fleeing. Everybody fights all the way to the death. Now, while I don't think this is the best thing, because I think in this real situation, I think those bandit archers would probably just take off. If I was playing with real players, that's what I would have them do. But in this system, that's not how it works. They always will fight all the way until death. So we're going to go ahead and play it out that way. So both of them are going to get an attack against Niblet. We'll roll 2d8 or 2d20. Both of them roll 10s plus 3. So 13, which is not enough to hit Niblet, who has an AC of 18. So we will now have the next set of turns. Torik is going to... So here's what Torik would do. Torik would run out from that nearest tree, move up 30 feet, and then he could hit one of them with his Thorn Whip, I believe. So he's going to go ahead and make an attack with Thorn Whip. Melee attack, so he gets plus 5. Oh, he got a nat 20. Nice. Man, I rolled like 3 of those. So it's going to be 2d6 piercing damage, which is 6, and they get pulled 10 feet closer. So now that one is much closer to Niblet. So it takes 6 damage, and that means it only has 5 left. Awesome. Then it's going to be Nasir's turn. Nasir is going to move up to Torik and cast Cure Wounds on him. It is a charisma caster, so he'll get 1d8 plus 4 hit points back. So max roll is 8 plus 4, 12. So Torik is now back up to full health. So Nasir is the only one who's taking damage, who is down to 5 total. So maybe we will go ahead and heal him up next. But then we're going to go to Niblet's turn. Niblet is going to run up to the closest archer and is going to go ahead. Actually, I think Deathless would do first. Deathless is going to shoot at the one that's been damaged because he gets to do extra damage to it. So a 9 plus 6 is 15. That's enough to hit. So he gets to roll 1d8 plus 1d6 because of his Predator's Eye ability, and add 4, which is more than enough to kill it. So that bandit archer dies. So now there's one archer left. Niblet will run up to it. Niblet will attack. Gets a plus 4, so got a 6, which is a miss. And then it will be the archer's turn. So the archer is going to move as far away from Niblet as it can, which will take an opportunity attack, which is a miss. It's only a 10. Wow, barely a miss. And then it's going to shoot at Niblet. Pichu! That's a hit. So let's go ahead and roll damage. Wow, a 1, so 1 damage? No, 2 damage. So Niblet takes 2 damage, so he's down to 15 total. Okay, and then we'll go ahead, Torek will take his turn. He's going to Vine Whip again. That is going to be a hit, a 16. Deals it 5 damage, so now it only has 6 health left. Then Sassless is going to shoot. Oh, I dropped the dice. Pew! That's a miss. Then Niblet's going to run up and try and attack it. That is a 9 plus 4, which is enough to hit, and deals it a whopping 6 damage for 12 total, which means that bandit archer is dead. So now all the enemies are dead. It says, if you win the battle, turn to 136. So we're going to go ahead and go down to 136. Crouching to search the fallen bandits, you find 7 gold pieces from their previous robberies. Inside the toll booth, you find a curious toy, which you may take if you wish. It is a model of a globe that can be rotated vertically and horizontally to make new islands and continents. Perhaps it is of gnomish manufacture. If you wish, you may take a short rest. Pleased that these criminals at the doorstep of Rover's Wen have been dealt with, you hurry down the path toward the east. Gain 100 experience, and that is where we will stop it for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment if you have any questions, and you can find your own copy of this in the link in the description. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.